The woman sitting across from me had no idea who I was. She was smiling, confident, talking about her accomplishments like she'd earned every single one of them. And I just sat there, listening, letting her talk because I already knew everything. I knew her name. I knew her degree. I knew exactly how she paid for it. She paid for it with my money I spent 4 years saving, money that was taken from me without my permission, money that was supposed to change my life and instead changed hers. 7 years. 7 years I waited for this moment, and she walked right into my office and handed me her resume like nothing ever happened. So I smiled back and I let her keep talking. My name is Emma. I'm 32 years old, and what my family did to me when I was 25 still makes my hands shake when I think about it. I grew up in a house where money was always tight. My parents worked hard. We didn't have extras, but I was determined to go to college. So I worked. Starting at 16, weekends, summers, double shifts when I could get them. I had a goal and I didn't let up. By the time I was 25, I had saved over $14,000, plus a partial scholarship. I had a school picked out, a program I was excited about. I had a plan. 3 weeks before classes started, my parents asked me to come home for a family meeting. I drove 3 hours thinking it was about my grandmother's health. I walked into the kitchen. My dad was sitting at the table. My mom was standing near the sink. And my younger sister Chloe was in the corner, looking at the floor. My dad slid a piece of paper across the table. Picked it up. It was a bank statement. My savings account. Zero balance. I looked up. And my mother said words I will never forget for the rest of my life. Your sister needed it more. I didn't speak. I couldn't. I looked at Chloe. She still wouldn't look at me. Turns out she had been accepted to a private nursing program. Expensive. More than she could cover with the age she had. So my parents made a decision. Without asking me. Without warning me. Without my consent. They took every dollar I had saved since I was 16 years old, and they gave it to my sister. My dad looked at me like he was doing me a favor and said, "College will still be there next year, Emma." WASN single quotes T. Next year came, and I was still working to rebuild what they took. The year after that, same thing. Every time I asked my parents for an explanation, I got the same line: family helps family. And every time I heard that, something in me got a little colder because I was family too. But apparently that only mattered in one direction. While I was stacking shelves and working night shifts at a warehouse, Chloe was in class while I was eating rice and beans 3 nights a week to save money. She was at study groups and college parties while I was falling asleep on the bus because I'd worked a double. She was building the future my money bought her. 3 years later, she graduated. Debt-free. My parents threw her a party. 200 people. A photographer. Catered food. A cake with her name on it. My father gave a toast. Called her the pride of this family. The success story was 10 feet away, helping carry trays of food. Not one person mentioned my name. Not one person said where the money came from. Not one thank you. That night I drove home, packed 2 bags, and never went back. I moved 3 states away. I had a little cash, a crappy apartment, no plan. And for a while it was really, really bad. The apartment had no AC in August. I slept on an air mattress for 4 months. I ate cheap food and worked 2 jobs and cried. More than I want to admit, but something in me had flipped. Wasn't going to let them win. I started taking online business courses at night after my shifts, logistics, operations, management. I found a mentor at one of my jobs. A woman who ran supply chain for a regional distribution company. She saw something in me 5 years after leaving home. She and I launched our own consulting firm. Small, just the two of us at first. Then a contract came in, then another, then 3 at once. By year 2, we had 12 employees. By year 3, 30-4. I wasn't just doing okay. I had built something real, something nobody gave me, something nobody could take credit for. For the first time in my life, I felt proud in a way I couldn't explain. Until one Tuesday morning. My HR manager sent me a candidate file. Interviewing this one Friday. Logistics coordinator role. Strong resume. I opened the attachment and I stopped breathing. The name at the top of the resume was Chloe. My sister. I read the whole thing twice. And then my stomach dropped all the way to the floor. Because she wasn't just applying. She was lying on her resume. She had listed experience managing family finances and coordinating household budgets during college. She had listed administrative project supervision. She had listed skills and competencies that did not belong to her. All of it was fabricated or borrowed or just flat out stolen, the same way my money had been, the same pattern, the same entitlement, the assumption that what was mine was also hers. I didn't call her. I didn't warn her. I didn't tell my HR manager anything. I just replied, "Keep the interview. I'll sit in." Friday came. I got to the conference room early, set up my notebook, poured myself a coffee. The door opened. She walked in wearing a blazer I didn't recognize. Hair done, portfolio in hand, ready to impress. She looked at the table, then at me. And the color left her face just like that, gone. "Emma?" I smiled. "Good morning, Chloe. Thanks for coming in." She stood in the doorway for a second too long. Then she sat down. I let her compose herself. I let her start talking, and she did. She talked about her experience, her skills, her career. The lies came easy for her, like she'd practiced them. I listened for 20 minutes, nodding, taking notes, letting her go deeper. Then I opened a folder I had prepared. Inside were printed copies of old bank records. My savings account from 7 years ago, the withdrawal, the transfer, the date. Everything. I placed them on the table and turned them to face her. And then I asked her one question. "Can you explain why my college savings are the reason you graduated debt-free?" The room went completely silent. She looked at the papers. Her lips started shaking, and then she started crying. Right there in the interview, the excuses came fast. She didn't know. Mom handled it. Dad made the decision. She was young. She didn't have a choice. I let her talk, and then she said something she probably wishes she could take back. She said, "You weren't even using the money yet." I put my pen down because that sentence told me everything. She had known. She had always known. She knew it was my money. She knew it was taken, and she accepted it anyway. She built her whole career on it, and never once picked up the phone to say sorry. The interview ended. We didn't hire her, not because she was my sister, because she lied during a professional interview repeatedly on a resume. To my face. My parents started calling the next day, then texting. Then long emails for weeks. "You humiliated her. You ruined her. Chance, she's struggling. How could you do this to your own family?" I didn't respond. once, but a few months later I got a message from an old family friend, someone who had known my parents for decades. She told me something I had never known. When Chloe got into that nursing program, my parents had received financial aid offers, grants, subsidized loans, enough to cover most of the tuition with very little debt. They didn't need my savings. They chose to take my money anyway because they didn't want Chloe to have loans. So they gave her mine. My future, my 4 years of work, my plan. Not because they had to, because they decided her comfort was worth more than my entire future. That hit different than anything else, because the theft wasn't desperation. It was a choice, a cold, deliberate choice, and nobody ever apologized. Today I run a company I built with my own hands. I have an apartment I love, a team I'm proud of, a life that is entirely mine. My parents don't have my number anymore. Neither does Chloe. And I don't say that with hate. I say it with clarity. Some people will drain you your whole life if you let them. The moment I stopped letting them, everything changed. Karma didn't just find my sister in that conference room. Karma had been building the whole time. In every night shift, every online course, every contract I signed, I was the karma. I built it, and she walked right into it. If you've ever been the one in your family expected to give everything while someone else got all the rewards, drop it in the comments. I want to hear your story. You're not alone. If you're new here, this channel is for the ones who got overlooked, pushed aside, and underestimated by the people who were supposed to protect them. Subscribe to Karma's final word, because the best revenge isn't anger. It's showing up.